There are many ways to become the best version of yourself, and I'm here to share how you can do this. So, in order to become the best version of yourself, one thing first is that you have to let go of the past. So, when you are letting go of the past, you're basically letting go of the old version of you. So we want to kill that version. We want her or him to kind of die down so the new best version is ready to come out. Because if we are bringing our past with us, our past mistakes, our past choices, decisions, or our past experiences with us, well, that's not gonna work because we have to leave what's in the past is in the past. One, it's not gonna help you in your future or become the best version of you, but it's only gonna keep you holding on to your past. And we need to kind of cut a cord. We need to cut a cord to your past self. So whatever you used to be, or however you used to think, or however you used to look, however you used to talk, however, what kind of beliefs you had about yourself, the type of personality you had. You know, there's some things that didn't work on the old version of yourself in the past, which held you back, with your limiting beliefs about yourself. So we need to let the past and the past version of you go. Because if you are wanting to become the best version of yourself, you have to start like the new you, like the person you want to become. And in order to know the person you want to become, you're constantly learning about them. So if you want to be a high quality man or high quality woman, your job is to research this person. Research these traits, these qualities, these people that will allow you to gather these characteristics and become the best version of yourself. So like I said, let go of your past and create the new you. You know, create new thoughts about yourself. Create new talents. Learn new skills. Because you're constantly supposed to be improving every single day and working on yourself to better yourself. Because you're climbing up the ladder. And in order to do this, literally look at it as a ladder, right? The more you self-improve and become better, the more you go up the ladder, right? And your past stays behind. So this is great. You know, just keep going up. Learn new thought patterns, new lifestyles you want to live, because this will be in coordinates with the new best version of yourself. So your new life will be with you being a better version of yourself because you are creating a new, better life. Second, you need to let go of fear, okay? Because that's limiting. And we don't want to stay limited because when we're limited, we're in our comfort zone where nothing progresses. You're just limited and you're just literally staying in this little bubble of comfort and you're just living day to day the same in a way. So in order to become the best version of yourself, you have to let go of fear. You know, the main fear is that doubt. That doubt is the past version, is the old version of yourself, where you doubt yourself constantly. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, what if I write this wrong? What if I say this wrong? No, we're not doing that in 2023. Okay? So we're letting go of fear and we are becoming better so we can achieve more. So when we get over our fear, we're literally chopping down a wall to get over our fear. And once we conquer that fear, we develop more confidence in ourselves. You develop more motivation. You develop more skills, because with fear, and if you conquer it, you're reaching more things because you're conquering your fear. So you're basically bursting out of this bubble and you're reaching more. You're able to achieve more, which makes you proud of yourself, which lifts your self-esteem, which allows you to become a better version of yourself. Because if you're stepping out of your fear, you're constantly battling something, then staying in fear and regretting on doing what you wanted to do. So don't allow fear to hold you back, because on the other side of fear is success. And that's what we want. We want to have success in our lives. Because when we have success, we feel good. When we reach a goal, we feel good. So just keep going over, conquering your fears, stepping on the other side of your fear. And no matter how many times you fail, just remember, you took that first step. That first step, you took it. And that should be enough, that you took action to conquering your fear, and will literally give you more ideas and create more outlooks on life, on how you can go and do more on achieving the things that you want. And literally you're building yourself up while you're doing these things. Because if you're conquering your fear, you're conquering whatever's in the way of where you want to go. And look how beautiful that is. That's very beautiful. Another way to become the best version of yourself is to let go of negative thinking. Okay, and I will always go back to this, because your negative thinking can be in your subconscious mind. And this is why I stress on most of my videos to reprogram your subconscious mind. So you have to let go of negative thinking, which is connected to your past thinking, because that's why you were where you were. And you went to better yourself. So in order to better yourself, what do you have to do? What's positive, negative thinking? Positive thinking. So whenever you told yourself, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I need you to change it. How can I do this? Ask yourself, how can I? Because to every problem, there is a solution. And say, I am good enough. I'm good enough and worthy of all my dreams. I am good enough. And you have to believe that, because once you believe in yourself and you change that negative thinking into positive, it's like a light turns on into your brain. And then your brain is programmed to always look at things positively. And let's say they are negative. Okay, let's say a negative event did happen in your life. What can you take out of it? That's how you turn a negative into a positive. What can you take out of this situation that was negative? There's always something positive out of a negative. It's all how you think. So yes, we have these events or experiences in life that we get disappointed, and it creates negative thinking. But instead of creating that negative thoughts based on the negative events that happen, we should be asking ourselves, how can we learn from this, and what positive came out of it? Because from every failure, positive thinking, came a lesson. Okay? From anything that happened negative in your life, became a lesson, became a positive thing. So you have to control your mind. And this is something you should practice daily. is whenever you have a negative thought, change it and repeat to yourself the opposite of it. So grab your thought, that negative thought, and automatically think something opposite that's positive, and say this positive thing many times until it's embedded in your subconscious mind. So when you get the thought, I'm not good enough, you better change that into a positive thinking and tell yourself how many times you need to say, I am good enough. I am good enough. And say you have a feeling, I am good enough. I am enough, period. Okay, so with relationships, let's say you've been in toxic relationships, unhealthy, change your thinking. I am always in healthy relationships. I am always in healthy relationships. And let that get programmed, because once you keep telling yourself positive thoughts, then what do you get? Positive outcomes. And with positive outcomes, you're becoming the best version of yourself because you are bettering yourself. So these are little twitches and changes you have to do to yourself. Let go of the past, conquer your fear, stop your negative thinking, love yourself. Loving yourself will literally help you become the best version of yourself, because now you're no longer a people pleaser. You're no longer scared to say no. You're no longer doing what everybody's doing. Loving yourself allows you to make yourself happy and allows you to feel self-love, because when you love yourself, you respect yourself. So in order to love yourself, you have to stick up for yourself, because you are the only one that can do it. And if you're constantly being pushed around by other people and doing what they want to do, and them having an influence on you, you're not loving yourself. You're people pleasing. So in order to become the best version of yourself, you have to love yourself. And it all starts with setting boundaries, okay? If someone doesn't respect your boundaries and they go against them and it's making you upset, you love yourself enough to walk away from this person or this environment that is disrespecting your boundaries, okay? Because you don't tolerate that, okay? That's how you love yourself. You love yourself by saying no. So if something is not meant for your highest good, or something does not sit with you well, you have to say no, because you're literally protecting, one, your energy, and two, you're protecting yourself. And when you protect yourself, it's a sign of self-love. You have to stand up for yourself and do what is right for you. That's when you know you love yourself. And you have to make decisions for yourself. Make the best decisions for yourself. And when you love yourself and you can say no and you set boundaries and you're able to just walk away from what no longer serves you, well, you are becoming a better version of yourself, because you're loving yourself. And self-love is the highest love you can give yourself. Because with self-love, you are teaching others how to love you. And you're not allowing yourself to be walked all over, because you love yourself. So once you love yourself, others will know how to love you. With this also comes to being kind and compassionate to yourself. Because no matter what you've been through or how much pressure you put on yourself, remember to be kind and compassionate to yourself, because we all went through hard times. We all have feelings. We all might have went through some kind of trauma. We all might have been through something in life that was difficult. And it's okay to get emotional sometimes. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to have setbacks. But remember, you have to keep going. During those times the hard times that you're experiencing, be compassionate to yourself. And tell yourself, it's okay that I'm going through this. It's okay that I'm feeling this way. It's okay. This is normal to feel this way. We are all not perfect. And it's so beautiful being imperfect because that is what makes us unique. So be kind. And stop being so harsh when you fail or when you say something wrong or with something you didn't say that you wish you said. Don't beat yourself up on it. Be kind to yourself and compassion and show yourself compassion. Because you're only human. And we all make mistakes. We all make bad decisions, but this is why we are on a verge to becoming the best version of ourselves, to learn and to be there for ourselves. And with this and everything that you've been through, you have to know your truth. Your truth is so important to discover who you are and what you went through, because your truth gives you your purpose in life. Your truth gives you your purpose. So find out what your truth is, and you will find your purpose in life. And when you stay true to yourself, that's when you know yourself the most. You have to stay true to yourself, to your decisions, to your emotions, true to your dreams, true to anything you want to do in life. When you know your truth, it doesn't matter what people say, because you know your truth and you found your purpose and you know who you are. And that's beautiful, and that's all that should matter. And as you are improving in life and improving with all these things that I've just mentioned, letting go of the past, conquering your fear, letting go of negative thinking, loving yourself, being kind and compassionate to yourself, finding your truth, as we are on a ladder to achieving these things. A very main important tool that I had to learn, because it definitely gave me growth in my life to succeed, is me controlling my emotions. Now, I stress this because this is so important, because it is just a better way of communication. And as we know, communication is key in every single relationship. Either it'll be a friendship, a partnership, a relationship in business, any type of relationship. When you control your emotions, I'm not saying not to have them. That is not what I'm saying. You are allowed to have emotions, but the way you control them, meaning you don't react on your emotions. You respond, instead of acting out angry, like, yelling and throwing things and cursing. You can communicate your emotions. Like, I'm so angry. I feel so frustrated, like my body is just shaking. You're going through the same emotion, except you're learning to express it. And I cannot stress enough how important emotional intelligence is, because it helps us on our everyday situations, especially when something bad happens. Because when you're reacting, it's kind of connected to your past, where I just talked about we have to leave the past in the past. So when you react on your emotions, it kind of is a signal of your past that you weren't heard, or you were ignored with your needs and wants. So you reacted till you got attention. And we do not want attention based on bad behavior. We want attention through communication, through being emotionally intelligent and controlling our emotions. Like I said, you're able to have them. Just don't react, because this will ruin a lot of relationships. And with controlling your emotions, you're in a way controlling your outcome. Because if your outcome was aggressive, now you're at peace, but you're able to express the same things. Controlling your emotions is such a powerful thing. When you control your emotions, it does take a lot of discipline in yourself. And when you're able to discipline yourself, that is a key to becoming the best version of yourself. Yeah. Yes, it is. Discipline. And when you control your emotions, you're improving, you're communicating, you're developing a healthy relationship with yourself, which is part of self-love, and a healthy relationship with others. Because if we reacted based on our emotions, we would be a hot mess. It would have been an act of a child. Because many children are not programmed yet, or don't have the skills, let me say don't have the skills yet, to control their emotions. And that's why we are here to guide them. But we have to learn them ourselves. Because when we control our emotions, we're able to communicate effectively and take care of each other's needs and wants instead of being ignored. So controlling your emotions is a very key point, and it will benefit you in the long run. Because instead of yelling or cursing someone else out, you could control your emotions and in a professional manner, say what you have to say and walk away. And once you do that, it's kind of like you're controlling your outcome in life, in a sense, because you are what you put out. Now, if you're emotionally intelligent, you have just more opportunities in life and more ways to success. Speaking of success, my last thing I want to talk to you about, which I already talked about briefly in changing negative thinking. I want to go back to thinking positive. Because everything that I've just mentioned to you, the letting go of the past, letting go of fear, letting go of negative thinking, loving yourself, being kind and compassionate to yourself, finding your truth, controlling your emotions, well, guess what? You can do it. And that's my positive thinking for you. Because if I can do it, you can do it. It just takes time. And that's why I stress to reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind takes about 90 to 95% of your brain power. So if you're doing all these things that I've just mentioned, and I know you can, that's when the positive thinking starts. I can't do it. I can't let go of my peace. I'm sorry. I can have peace and let go of my past. Because once we let go of our past, we create peace. See how that just blended so well? I guess I had to say the word peace. Because once we let go of our past selves, we create peace within our lives. And we all want to, live in peace, happiness. And those are great things, and they're achievable. Because this helps us become the best version of ourselves. Thinking that we can let go of the past. We can let go of fear and be on the other side of success. We can let go of negative thinking. We can learn to love ourselves. Learning. That's all you're doing, is you're relearning new tools, new mindsets, and new ways to become the best version of yourself. That's all you're doing. You're relearning new things to let the old ones die. You can be kind and compassionate to yourself. And you can find your truth. And you can control your emotions. Because you know what? You're here. And you can do it all.